Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was told by Arvind Bhai, I had to speak on Gita. So, one thing is, we always do something. Doing after some time becomes mechanical. For example, chanting. Anything you chant on a regular basis. Like Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, people normally chant in a group when they are taking food. So, one side the chanting continues. श्री भगवान उवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमदशाखम थोड़ा और दे देना by the mouth the chanting is going on. We are not required to get ourselves involved whenever we do anything mechanically. We have to get involved, meaning our mind must be fully in it. We have got two aspects. One is kriya or action. Second is knowledge. Actions can create. Knowledge doesn't create anything. Knowledge reveals what is already there. Like, I can do some action and do this thing, so I can change. Creation. That is a red color. It is known. So it is not created. The truth is not created as a result of actions. The truth is already there. And that is what we are. So, the real spiritual practice is a process of undoing and unbecoming. Very important thing. See? And this is what we have to find out in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita we all have read sufficiently. We chant also, do parayan also. With every mantra we offer ahuti also. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yutsava mamaka pandavashchaiva kimakurvata sanjaya swaha. There are people, they are doing this thing. See, what is the most important aspect of spiritual life is, we have to learn. This principle should be distinctly understood by us. And the best part is, nobody can teach us. We have to learn. See, in Kaivalya Upanishad, right in the beginning, the student approaches the teacher. Adihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtham Sada Sadvihi Sevyamanam Nigudham Yaya Chirat Sarva Papam Vyapoya Parat Param Purusham Yati Divyam. Guru Maharaj, Adihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtham. Kindly teach me the Brahma Vidya Varishtham. It is the most important and highest one. Why you want to learn? Because all the wise people are following that. Oh, very good. But do you know? Shraddha, Bhakti, Dhyana, Yoga, Davaihi, I cannot teach you. You have to learn. Unless this principle will go deep in our system, we have not taken a right approach to spiritual life in our life. We have to learn. Therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, so many topics are there, and one of the topic is referred in 3 places. 2nd chapter, 12th chapter, and 14th chapter. And the topic is, who is a wise man? Who is realized? This is the topic. So, in the 2nd chapter, this topic is called as the Sthita Pragya, a man of steady wisdom. Woman also. Otherwise, I had to survive. See? So, a man of steady wisdom. Then second thing is a devotee. And the third topic is he who has transcended the impact of the 3 gunas, although he is functioning through the 3 gunas. Gunatita Purusha. These are the 3 places where Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells us. These are the type of wise people. So when we study that, then we don't have to evaluate the world. So, oh, this is it. If he has got a long beard, he's realized, then go on searching with a scale. No, not realized. Next one. No. It is meant for applying in our own life. See? And therefore, these topics are plentifully explained in our scriptures. Whether you take Bhagavad Mahapuran, whether you take Bhagavad Gita, whether you take Yoga Vasishta, anywhere you take. This is the most important topic. Now, this topic is meant for description of the wise man is the arrow mark for the seekers of truth. This is how the wise men are. So we have to practice that. And therefore, in these 3 days, isn't it 3 days? We'll take from the 2nd chapter. 2nd chapter summary to tell you is, first of all, Arjun was confused about his identity. And a person who is confused and he who thinks he is wise, most dangerous characters. Bhagavan clearly tells him, see, Ashocha pradnya vadavscha bhashase gatasu na gatasuscha nanu shochanti panditaha. Pradnya vadavscha bhashase means what? You are talking like a wise man. What does it mean? You are otherwise. Such otherwise people are argumentative. They know everything. See? And then to such people, Bhagavan first of all gives him left and right. And thereafter, first part of the 2nd chapter is about the truth indicated by common sense approach. The best part I like in that whole area is that what is cannot be destroyed. That what is not also cannot be destroyed. Destruction, death is impossible. So don't waste your time about this. After that was told, then Bhagavan said, I have told you wisdom part. Now you have to apply that wisdom in your life. And then Bhagavan gives him, how do we work? So the most famous verse, which most of us know half, Karmanyeva adhikaraste, ma phaleshu kadachana, ma karma phala heturbuhu, ma te sangastu akarmani. Now when this was told, normally we look at it as a mechanical expression. But what is meant is that we live in this world only to express happiness, not to gain happiness. See, friends, all of us struggle in the wrong way. Don't seek happiness in life. Express happiness. And after that was told, how do we express happiness? Bhagavan gives importance to the use of our intelligent faculty. God has given us intelligence not only for earning bread and butter, but we have to really understand what is life, how do we live this life. All these things have to be clearly understood by us. If this is not understood, then we can never achieve anything in life. Therefore, Bhagavan glorifies in 6 verses or 7 verses the importance of use of buddhi. See, in the 2nd chapter, this is the most beautiful part. And Bhagavan says, if you are not using the buddhi properly, then Bhagavan will correct his mistake and he will send you back to the animal kingdom where you don't have to worry about using the buddhi. Therefore, buddhi has to be used. And when we use buddhi, we learn. We don't teach. And what is that? Here Bhagavan gives this. कर्मजम बुद्धि युक्ता ही फलम त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्म बंध विनिर्मुक्तः पदम गच्छन्ति अनामयम. बुद्धि युक्ता, those who are intelligent people, karmajam phalam tyaktva, they do not create the karma phala, although they are performing the karma. See the beauty? They are doing everything, what is required to be done, and yet they don't get the karma phala. It is something like, in the medical term, they say there are 2 types of vaccines. One vaccine is made out of the dead viruses. The second vaccine is made out of the live viruses. But in those live viruses, the disease producing ability is nullified and the antibodies producing ability of those viruses is maintained. They are called as attenuated vaccines. So here Bhagavan tells, wise people do the karma, but the karma phala doesn't come to them. The disease of the karma phala doesn't come. What is the technique? The technique is, when the karma is understood properly, then the technique becomes easy. What is karma? Karma is action plus a sense of doership is karma. And when we do something with the notion that I am doing, then there are 2 possibilities. One possibility is we may win, we may be defeated. If we win, we get, we are benefited. If we are defeated, we are losing. So if we gain, we are happy. If we lose, we are miserable. This is going to happen if we are doing anything that I am doing, I am doing. Now how to get out of it? See? When you are doing anything for the joy of it, not with the idea, what will I get? No, for the joy of it. See? Therefore, what for we do the karma? For getting happiness. But if you are doing the karma happily, what more you want? Friends, if you decide before Bhagwan Ram, only one day you have to be happy. Only one day. And that one day is only today. Yesterday gone, you can't do anything. Tomorrow will never come. Today is not optional. Today is compulsory. See, friends. If we have to live today, why not live happily? And when you live happily, everything that you do is done happily. This is the technique Bhagavan Krishna says, Karmajam buddhi yukta hi phalam tyaktva manishina. These wise people, phalam tyaktva, meaning what? They don't expect anything in return. See, like I am talking to you. I have been coming here for quite many times. I am talking to you. Now, if I imagine, because of my talks, you will become wise, I will be the most miserable person in life. How do you say like that? Sakshat Bhagwan has failed. Do you think I will succeed? But if I go on imagining, see, I keep on giving talk, people don't change, I am bound to be miserable. Then the question comes, why are you talking? Time pass. Our happy mantra you have heard. First mantra is, life is a time pass. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Like we play with the children. When we play with the children, do we have that thing? I should win. I should not be defeated. No. We just play for the joy of playing. In the same manner, whatever we have to, or we are supposed to do it happily, cheerfully, and forget. Like we go to so many houses, and I forget everything. I have forgotten God, what to talk about things. So, someplace I went, Swamiji, last time you came, you like one thing in our house. Do you know what was that? I said, when did I come to your house? This also I don't remember. No, you came last year when you came here and you like that particular dish. Do you remember what dish? I said, it's all gone out. It is not in me now. Learn to forget. See, friends, life is learning. What happens? What we should forget, that we remember. And what we should remember, that we forget. Even God gets confused by our Maya. See? And when we are thus living in the utter present, see, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. You know, for this you have no struggle. To remain in the utter present is struggle-less. See? Do one small experiment. Suppose you are asked 298 days before at 4 o'clock in the afternoon what you were doing. Struggle. 298 days mean. And suppose I ask you, after 300 days, where you will be? Where I will be 300 days? Pata nahi, struggle. Whenever you go away from the present, you struggle. Now the third thing. Now you are here. That's it. Over. You know why this happens? Because our mind cannot survive without the diet. What is our food? We take our Pachamyannam Chaturvidham. We take different types of food to survive. Now, what is the food for the mind? Food for the mind is one, past memories. Second is future worries. Third is present excitement. Now arrest these three. Don't worry about what happened in the past. हो gaya, khalas. And therefore, one spiritual practice I have told 100 times, but nobody does. I am happy about it. Because unless you suffer, how can I come here? You know, doctors' prayers are this only. Sarve bhavantu rogina. Niramaya, they will never say. Continue to be miserable. I'll come again and again. So, when we are thus practicing these two things, don't go in the past, don't go in the future. How can it be done? A simple technique I tell you. Do not talk about your past to anybody and do not ask anybody about their past. 50% of gossiping will stop. This is regarding talking to others. So come back to yourself. Do not talk to yourself. Because when we talk to ourselves, we go in the future. After the lecture is over, I have to go. 2 people are coming for dinner. I hope this food will be enough, Yesterday things are there in the fridge. I can take it out and eat, Or I can add water. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita. And what tadka lag raha hai. See? Therefore, this mantra is not ordinary mantra. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Where are we? In the satsang. When? During the satsang. What should we be? Satsangi. You will have no struggle. See? This is what Bhagavan says. Phalam tyaktva manishinaha janma bandha vinirmuktaha. You are liberated. Can there be simple liberation than this? See, friends, this is the simplest spiritual practice. Don't bring your dead past in the present. What is going to Amaji, I don't know. What is going to happen to this world? If you don't know, relax. If you know, be prepared. Where is a place for worries? See? Constantly worrying. One person asked me in Bombay this question. Swamiji, last few days I am getting this problem very much, Please help me. I said, okay, what is the problem? Before telling the problem, he said, don't quote my example in your lectures. So I am quoting his example. Swamiji, I am having fear that when I die, what will happen to my wife, my children, my property, my business, my bank account, my investments, and all? What will happen to that? I said, all the other people are waiting. See, friends, when you are alive, has anything happened? So after death, what is going to happen? Friends, when we were not in this world, nothing was lacking. When we leave this world, nothing will be lacking. If you don't trust me, go and see. The earlier absence, no consequences. Later absence, no consequences. What consequences are there in the present? Net result, you are at peace. See, friends. Therefore, janma bandha vinirmuktaha padam gachanti anamayam. This is what is called God realization. Ever in the present. And the best part is, no struggle. You don't have to do anything. When we do something, the presence gets converted into presenter. Presenter is a tense. Where there is a present tense, it is associated with the twins, the past tense and the future tense. So we start living in tenses. Those who live in tenses, they live in tensions. Drop the past tense, drop the future tense, there cannot be present tense. Then what is there? Presence, not the tense. That presence we are. Padam gachanti anamayam. There is no impurity in our being. But this can happen only buddhi yukta. It is not a mechanical thing. We have to clearly understand and follow. So, yada te moha kalilam buddhirvati tarishati tada ganta si nirvedam shrutavyasya shrutasya. Yada te buddhi moha kalilam tarishati. See? We are so much confused about so many things. See? गंगा गए तो गंगादास, जमुना गए तो जमुनादास, घर में आए तो देवदास. अरे राम 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 राम. Relax, man, wherever you are. See? Moha kalilam. Kalilam is the mud, kichad. We are all buried in these, the moha kalila, the mud of confusion and chaos. Don't run here and there. One shloka I told somewhere here and after coming, please recognize the most important thing. One is uttama sahajavastha. Best is you are at peace. Follow that. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Be yourself. Instead of being, we become. And when we become, we suffer. Then we have to pretend. See? So, yada te moha kalidam, then tada gantasi nirvedam shrotavyasya shrutisya. Then you don't have to do anything. You relax only. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Friends, we do not have to become divine. We are divine. This is too much you are forcing. Yes. See, our scriptures don't tell you are the children of sin. No, you are the expression of divinity. But what is happening? The divinity is covered by wrong notions. Removal of these wrong notions alone is the way to allow our inherent divinity to express. There are 4 or 5 wrong notions. One, wrong notions about ourselves as to who we are. Second, wrong notion about the God, poor fellow. Then the third, wrong notion about the world. Fourth, wrong notion about the spiritual practice. Fifth, wrong notion about seeing God. See? And ultimate wrong notion is what is realization. When these wrong notions are removed, the truth is revealed. See? Therefore, you all read Ramcharitmanas. Bhagwan Rama, when he arrives, Tulsidaji what he writes, Bhaye Pragata Krupala Deena Dayala. Bhagwan doesn't come. He manifests. Upanishad says, Yame Vesha Vrunute Tena Labhya Tasesha Atma Vivrunate Tanum Swam. Bhagwan doesn't come from anywhere. He manifests where he is not. When we are constructing a house, is the space in the house coming from outside? When we are making a pot out of clay, in that clay pot, is the space coming from outside? Everything is happening in the space. Exactly the same way. We are all in the divine. But our divinity is arrested because of some covering. And that covering is wrong notions. See? It is for this purpose, proper understanding and wisdom is the only way. There is no other way. Therefore, Shruti vipratipanna te yada sthasyate nischala samadhavachala buddhi tada yogam avapsasi. When your buddhi Shruti vipratipanna, we have heard so much, and as a result, there is a hodgepodge, khichdi, and therefore we get confused. See? When all these confusions disappear, be attentive. About what we do not have confusion? Right here. We do not have confusion about our being. Either I am or I am not. No doubt. No confusion. This is the truth. All your thoughts are arrested. This is what Bhagavan says, samadhi. Here the word meaning samadhi means Paramatma. Samyak adi yati yasmin tat samadhi. That in which everything comes back. That which is supporting everything. Here, therefore, Bhagavan says, Shruti vipratipanna. No doubts, no confusion. Therefore, mind dissolves in consciousness like an ice cube dissolves in the water. What the ice cube has to do? Sadhana? Nothing. Relax. And what is the hurry? All these questions come, therefore I enjoy my life. One lady asked me in Delhi this question. Swamiji, don't make fun of me. I said, there is no need. You are self-sufficient. Tell me, what is the problem? See, the thing is, I have been doing spirituality. Can you understand what is the meaning of this thing? I have been doing spirituality for last so many years. Can you please tell me how far I have come? I say, stand quiet, don't move. Up to knees. See, friends, in the infinite, fractions cannot be. Either you know or you don't know. See, friends, this is what Bhagavan says, samadhavachala buddhi tada yogam avapsasi. Therefore, what is the barrier that is keeping us from our own divine nature? This Shruti vipratipanna buddhi. All confusions, all the spiritual practice is a process of undoing and unbecoming. You don't have to do anything. Relax. But somehow or the other, this doing goes so deep in the head. We just can't keep quiet. Once I was traveling from London to Mumbai. That was the time just around 9/11. So the flight was almost kind of empty. So I thought I will sit in the aisle seat, and in the center side there are 4 seats. So when the flight starts, I can remove the hands and sleep. That was my plan. So I sat, and when all the passengers were coming, I was praying, oh Lord, nobody should come there, nobody. But somebody came, sat on the other end of the aisle seat. I said, oh God, he has come. And very huge, fatty fellow. And when the flight took over, and then the whole bench was, shaking. I was thinking, here also speed breakers are there or what? I saw what is happening, what is happening. Then I looked at him. He was moving his legs so violently. Therefore, the whole bench was moving. I asked him, do you want to reach earlier or what? Relax, relax. Once you are habitual, you just can't stop it. See, friends, therefore, keep cool, relax, relax. Nothing is going to change. What is due is due. Therefore, tada yogam avapsasi. When thus the understanding, buddhi, intelligence was glorified by Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Arjuna asked a question. And his question is the foundation of the subsequent talk, subsequent thoughts. Arjuna's question is, Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha, samadhistasya keshava, stitadhi kim prabhasheta, kima sita vrajeta kim. There are 4 questions asked by him. Sthita prajnasya samadhistasya ka bhasha, question number 1. Stitadhi kim prabhasheta, 2. Stitadhi kim asita, 3. Stitadhi kim vrajeta, 4. These are the 4 questions. And these 4 questions are elaborated by Bhagavan. So the first question was, Sthita prajnasya samadhistasya ka bhasha he Keshava. O Lord, what is the meaning of samadhi for a man of steady wisdom? Many of us have got that notion. Samadhi means, sitting quiet. And that becomes their yoga. See, one boy asked me this question, Swamiji, please tell me when I will be able to be like Vivekananda. I should be sitting like him. I said, when we make a statue of you after you die, then he'll be there. Have you seen Vivekananda? He was sitting all the time like that around. See, remove that wrong notion. Sitting for half an hour, 1 hour is meditation. No, it's the frustration. It's not meditation. Meditation is you are happy. 24/7 you are happy, you are in meditation. Don't suffer unnecessarily. And then so many things they tell. You should have half eyes open. And then we can. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, this they call it Shambhavi Mudra. How to do the Shambhavi Mudra? I want to, can't do it. I said, I had only one answer. Think properly. All the problems are because of wrong thinking. Think properly. Problems are not to be solved. They are dissolved. Now what is to think about it? I said, Shambhavi Mudra means what? Half eyes open. Yes, very good. How many eyes you have got? 2. What is half? 1. Meditation. Don't get lost in that. All the time. No, relax. Therefore, what is the meaning of samadhi? According to wisdom, Sthita Pragya, man of steady wisdom. What is the meaning of samadhi for him? The second question was, Kim Prabhasheta? How does he talk? Does he talk in Gujarati, Bengali, Angreji, Sanskrit? What does he talk? Kim Prabhasheta. Third, Kim Asita? How does he sit? Does he sit in Padmasan or Bhujangasan or Ushtrasan or Tadasan? See? All the asanas are after animals. Marjarasan, Kukkutasan. There is no human asan. Now when you don't know anything, there is one. Which is that? Shavasan. Maro. Himasita. How does he sit? And the fourth question was, Vrajeta Kim. How does he walk? Now see, unless we have the sufficient knowledge about the words used in the scriptures, we will be carried away by wrong understanding. Like for every subject, there is its own vocabulary. I told somebody, hey, from my table, get the mouse here. I forgot it there. So he got a mouse trap and took the mouse. The word mouse, the spelling mouse is the same. But when I am sitting in front of the laptop, why will I require the live mouse? Because he didn't know. So every science has its own vocabulary. Without that, if we simply take the translations, then we end up in confusion. Therefore, it is said in our scriptures, Tad Vijnanartham Gurumeva Vigachet Samit Pani Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Never study the scriptures on your own. Taking the English translation in the hand, feet on the table, right hand a cup of tea, left hand Bhagavad Gita, and study. Nothing is going to happen. And there are complaints also. Why they write in Sanskrit? Friends, therefore, these questions should be properly understood. The first question was, what is the meaning of samadhi for the man of steady wisdom? Now see Bhagavan's words. This is the most important thing, friends. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Here also, one important thing to understand. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, don't get the translation, Bhagavan Bole. God said. No, that is not the meaning. Paramatma is beyond the limitations of time, space, object, and situations. And therefore, the words of the divine are not contaminated or limited by time, space, object, and situation. They are eternal words. In today's world, morning news become fake or old by evening. And Bhagavad Gita is more than 5,000 years old. It must be very, very outdated. It is not. Because it is not just telling something because it is to be told. No. It is an experience that is spoken of by Bhagavan. See, every shloka of Bhagavad Gita is the biography of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Whatever he has lived, that alone is spoken over here. It is not just like that. And therefore, what is the meaning of meditation for the man of steady wisdom? First step, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. Hey Partha, Krutha Putra, Parthiva, the one who is living at a very physical level. Hey Partha, yada sarvan manogatan kaman prajahati. When a person is able to entertain zero desires about anything, living at zero desire level, he is in samadhi. So simple. But in deep sleep we have no desire. Yes, you are in samadhi. But continue. Don't wake up. See, friends, if you have to catch a morning flight and you have to drive for an hour, so you decide to retire earlier in night, early, finish your food and all that, and you want to sleep so that you can wake up early, get ready and go to the airport. Only one desire. And you sleep. After every 2 seconds, again, one desire destroys your whole night. We have got Himalayan desires. Whole life is destroyed. Therefore, real spiritual practice is not carrying the burden of desires. I want this, I want it. Relax. That means, should we sleep all the time? No. Then, Atmaneva Atmana Tushtaha, you are at peace with yourself. Friend, this is the thumb rule. A person who is at peace with himself, he is at peace with the whole world. A person who is at war with himself, he cannot be at peace with the whole world. About this one experience of mine, I tell you, in Delhi, it happened many years before. My this logo, be happy, mauj mein raho. One Punjabi lady must have been frustrated because of whatever reason, married one. After my lecture, she came. As if catching hold of my collar, she said, "You all the time go on telling everybody, be happy, be happy. Get married and show how to be happy." That means marriage is a certificate, a license to be miserable. Tathastu. See, friends. Therefore, Atmanne Vatmana Tushtaha. You are at peace with yourself. See, friends. What is the meaning that we are at peace with yourself? Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. When we get something, we you got it. You must have seen this on TV at least, matches, tennis match. When they get a perfect shot and they get a point, oh. And if they fail, then they break that racket. Friends, relax, man, relax. Not be excited all the time. See? So, Atmanne Atmana Tushtaha Tita Pradnyastada Uchate. Then his wisdom is steady. This is what is our spiritual practice now. Here we are not doing anything. On the process of undoing. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. Enough, enough, enough. Alam. See? There is no end to our desires. Friends, desires are an expression of the following disease. Number one, a sense of incompleteness. Second, a sense of otherness. So when somebody thinks, I don't have a car, therefore I am incomplete. Then incompleteness because of not having car, and the car is other. Then what it will be? I must buy a car. And then we start justifying. See, everybody has a car. Every time, how can I go by bus? And it is very difficult. Blah, 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 blah. Keeps on going. Talking about the worldly objects, how they are important for us in our own mind, it develops a momentum. And that momentum is called as the desire. Then we come to a point that this is essential. It has to be acquired. And without that, what is life? See, friends. Therefore, one example I always quoted. Young, healthy, smart, educated boy, why should he think about getting married? But then he starts thinking, what a life without a wife. Once that virus goes in his head, then wherever he will go, he will be only thinking about wife, wife, wife. And then in that frustration, he comes to the temple. And there also, Bhagwan, koi bhej do, no? And that very moment, somebody comes and the bell rings. I think Bhagwan has given me a signal. Yes, I'm going to get it. And then one girl comes. And then she asks him, excuse me, do you know the house of Mr. So-and-so? Now the mind will start spinning. Why? Because I'm incomplete without marriage. So first, what a life without a wife. Now, after marriage, what a life because of the wife. Oh God. Relax, man, relax. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogataan atmannevatmana tushtaha siddha prajnastadochyate. Be content. And for that, one or two things in our happy mantra mala. Living at zero complaint level, no complaints. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. If you look behind in your own life, what have we really achieved in life? Have we discovered fulfillment? In 15th chapter, Bhagavan told us yesterday, Etad buddhva buddhiman syad krutakrutyascha bharata. Unless you experience your divine nature, you can never discover fulfillment in your life. And fulfillment in life is the ultimate in life. Friends. So, Atmannevatmana tushta sthita prajnestadochyate. This is the meaning of meditation or samadhi for the wise man. Otherwise, we keep on. There is one type of yoga in your Scandinavia, somewhere I happened to go there, and they were having that yoga competition. Competition was, there was a line drawn, and all those yogis were sitting, and their teacher, he said, I'll give you a whistle, and then you have to jump like a frog. There is some kind of kriya they do, and with that kriya, you get a frog leap. And he gave the whistle, and they did the frog leap and all that. And then that was the competition. How much you have done? So they will become all mandukas in the next life. Don't get lost in that. You are at peace with yourself. See? Nothing should disturb us in life. Those who get disturbed because of anybody or anything in this world, they are far away from the truth. To what extent we should remain undisturbed? To the extent the space is undisturbed by the remaining four elements. Let there be turmoils, let there be fire, let there be heavy winds, let there be rains. Space is untouched, no reaction. Living in that mode is samadhi. Atmannevatmana tushta. The prajnastadochyate. Then the second question was, Kim prabhasheta. Now here is another important point. Be very attentive. We respond to every experience or every stimulus in the form of words. Either by talking or by gesture. Because response doesn't come from the body. Response comes from the mind. And the expression of the mind is, first expression is speech. Therefore, Kim Prabhaseta means how this wise man, when he is moving in this world, how does he respond in any situation? Kim Prabhaseta. The world comes to us in the form of two things. Either joy and sorrows or respect and disrespect. Two things. This is what Bhagavan is telling here. Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha. When the miseries come in life, the wise man does not become miserable. He goes through the miseries. He does experience miseries, but he doesn't become miserable. Friend, this is the choice given to us by the Lord. We can attribute miseries to somebody or something, but we are all miserable by our choice. Choose not to be miserable. See, it's so important. There was a friend of mine. He was having a ashram on the banks of some river. So I went to meet him, and it so happened that day itself there was one boy whom he had adopted right from childhood, and he was grown up in that ashram. He was taught everything, the chanting and the puja and everything. He was to be the next in charge of the ashram. This is how he was developed. But when that boy was about 18 or 19, he suddenly died for whatever reason. So when he died, all the villagers around, they came and started um, looking at it. And this, my friend Mahatma, he started crying pathetically, miserably. So all the villagers, they started consoling and teaching this Mahatma. Maharaji, you only told us, Jata Sahi Dhruva Mrityu. But he was not keeping quiet. Then I was seeing all that. Then he said, Swamiji, come. So I went with him in his room. He closed the door. He said, Swamiji, I know you don't take tea with sugar and milk, isn't it? I said, yeah, just now you are crying. He said, no. When I was crying, all of them became wise. If they cry, I will have to suffer. Tell them, no, 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 no. So this is the technique I followed. I became miserable. Everybody around you becomes wise when you are miserable. See, friends, how simple it is. So he was going through the misery, but he didn't become miserable. See? Therefore, dukkheshu anudvignamanaha. Who doesn't have miseries in life? Everybody has, except the dead body. See? Therefore, if we have some pain somewhere, we must congratulate. We are still alive. See? One lady asked me this question, Swamiji, please tell me why I get so much of pain in my knees and I just can't take it. Please tell me why it is happening. I said, Mama, I'll tell you. But I don't like arguments. You simply answer my questions. Yes. Why God has given us eyes? Swamiji, do you... I say, you are arguing. Simply reply. To see. It's very good. See how intelligent you are. Why God has given us ears? To hear. Yes. Same way, God has given us knees to pain in the old age. They are doing their job. See, friends, if you have to do something, but you don't have to distribute to everybody, see, there is a pain. No, 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 no. Go through silently. Dukkeshu anadvignamanaha. And the second thing is, Sukheshu vigataspruhaha. Do not be too much enslaved by comforts in life. See? Otherwise, we become so miserable. Anywhere we go, and we want exactly the way it is in our house. Friends, therefore, when I move throughout the world in so many places, some places it is so perfect, like in Jayamati's house, perfect. But I go to some places, it is Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Yutsava. You do not know where is what. And the children are horrible there. They'll be taking your laptop. I want to play. And if you don't, then they start crying and all that. Ram, 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 ram. This is how the life is. Enjoy. See? Therefore, Sukheshu Vigataspruha. Yes, everybody likes comfort. But we should not be enslaved by the comforts. This is how this wise man responds. Kim Pramasheta, how does they respond? This two way. Dukkeshu anudvignamana. Now, how to practice this? Living at zero complaint level? No complaint. We are complain even about God. दुनिया बनाने वाले काहे को दुनिया बनाई? तुमको परेशान करने के लिए. Relax. Dukkeshu anudvignamana. We can try it. If somebody does a mistake and asks you a question, How are you? Don't tell the truth. Then fire boldly. I am on the top of the world. But then the word should carry that meaning also. अरे है अपने top of the world बैठे. अरे. The word must carry the meaning. Who doesn't have problems in this world? Everybody has. Never talk your problems to anybody in life. Sort it out yourself. Nayam atma balahinena labhya. The truth is not for the dropouts and cowards in this world. We have to be strong within. See? And that strength from within comes only when we live with minimum security in life. Lesser the security, more is the devotion to the Lord. How important it is. Our spirituality is 5-star spirituality. AC, DC, UC, VC, and VC. Therefore, all our Bhagwans are smiling only for that. Malum hai, I know. Give minimum security yourself, then see the joy of life. Most of your forefathers have come here in this country from India, maybe 200-300 years before. That time, what security they had? Zero. And this is how you are prospering. See, friends, don't carry that fear. If this, what will happen? What will happen? What has happened till now? Nothing is going to happen. Work hard. Therefore, Sukheshu Vigataspruha. Never get lost in this comfort zone of your life. Then, Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. Vita means gone. Raga Bhaya Krodha. Be attentive. These 3 factors are valid only if there is a sense of otherness. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. When something is other, there is a desire. When something is other, there is anger. When something is other, there is a fear. Vita raga bhaya krodha. The sense of otherness comes only because we have buried ourselves into a small cocoon of individuality. Wise people move in this world with full surrender at the feet of the Lord. Jo thari rahe so mari rahe. This is a Marwadi Mahamantra. O Lord, thy will be done, thy will be done. See? This is how the man of steady wisdom, he responds in the world to the given situations. See? So that was the second question. Stitadihi muni uchate. Continuing the same thing, the same part of this question. Yaha sarvatra nabhisneha tattat prapya shubhashubham nabhinandati nadveshti tasya prajna pradisthita. Now this verse has got 2 types of meanings. Yaha sarvatra anabhisneha, one meaning, and yaha sarvatran abhisneha, second meaning. So yaha sarvatra anabhisneha, he who doesn't create friends or enemies in this world. Be friendly with everyone. Very important part. In the life of great masters, one common thing you may be knowing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, great devotee of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. When he was coming from Calcutta to Vrindavan, those days there were no trains, no nothing, only forest and jungle. So when he was crossing through the forest, all the wild animals, forgetting their enmity, they were walking with him in that ecstasy of Lord's name. Because Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha, nothing polluting his mind. And therefore, sarvatra anabhisneha. Neither he was calling somebody as dear, nor he was calling somebody as enemy. Both ways. Therefore, our Mahamantra tells, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. Don't create friends, don't create enemies in this world. Be friendly with everybody. If you are at peace, relax with yourself, things automatically happen. I tell you one of my experience. Traveling is my mainstay of life. More number of hours I am in the flight or on the airports than in the houses. So I was, before coming to here, from New York on the JFK airport, I was sitting there. We had some time, so I went to a restaurant with my friend to have a cup of tea. A Gujarati restaurant probably. So when I told that lady, get me one black tea, no milk, no sugar. So when she was punching, somebody came from within that only, and he said, you stop. So she stopped. Then he said, I'll get you. So he gave me. Then I said, I got two friends. Hey, what you want? One said, I want hot chocolate. One said, I want coffee. I said, okay, give that also. So when we were paying, my friend was paying, he said, pay only for two, not for Swamiji. He is my guest. My friend says, Swamiji, what a joy. I said, Babaji bano, free aata hai. See? After that was over, then we were waiting till the announcement happens for the gate opening and all that. I was sitting there comfortably, relaxed, nothing to do, nowhere to go. And when the announcement came, I was so surprised. One of the staff members who were boarding the flight, she came and she asked me, are you going by this flight? I said, yes. Please get up. Then I'm perfectly all right. But she held my hand, took my bag and took me. I said, Krishna, Krishna, what is tamasha happening? I said, I am all right. No, you may be all right, but I like you. I'll take you there. I said, like only to that extent, don't go further. If you are at peace with yourself, the whole world is at peace with you. Vitarag bhaya krodaha. It is possible. Don't create friends, enemies. And it happens only because we have a lot of expectations. Everything is happening beautiful in God's creation. Nothing goes wrong. So, yaha sarvatra anabhisneha tat tat prapya shubhashubham. Sometimes good things happen, sometimes doesn't happen. It's okay. Nabhi nandati na dveshti. We don't have to become excited about the success nor frustrated because of the failure. Both are essential parts of life. Friends, those who do not have miseries or failures in life, they have not lived the life at all. It is essential. Had there been no first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, remaining chapters would never have been born. And what was that chapter called? Arjun Vishada Yoga. Vishada is tragedy. How can the tragedy be the yoga? Tragedy yogo nam. See, when the car is going nice speed, no traffic, and you are going in a very nice thing, and after some time you get the lullaby, and likely to get into accident. Therefore, on the road there are some speed breakers. In the same manner, when everything is going goody, forget about Bhagwan. Bhagwan says, Acha, mujhe bhul gaya. I'll show you. Oh God, if you think of him, problems will not come. Therefore, see, if you read first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Krishna created confusion in the mind of Arjuna. He was not confused. Bhagwan created confusion. He took the chariot in front of his grandfather and guru and told, you have to fight with them. Fight. How confusing it is. And therefore, when it happened, then he started talking, oh, I want to be your disciple, Shishyasteham Shadimam Tam Prapannam. How many years Bhagavan Krishna and Arjuna were together? He was always addressing him, hey Krishna, hey Yadav, hey Sakha, let's have a cup of tea. Wow, wow. He used to even sleep with Bhagavan Krishna many times. Mahabharata it comes. See? On the same bed. So pale, but never thought of something higher than that. But when the nose is closed, the mouth opens. He friend. Therefore, every difficulty in our life is a blessing in disguise. That only can change the direction of our life. And the direction, if it is a dog word, it will become God word. And this is what is Bhagavad Gita. Remaining we'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.